Budgy Smugglers, we are back.
We are back, Duels. This week, it's the final ep of the year. It's the award show, Duels.
It is. It's been a big year, and we have got a lot to unpack and celebrate and talk about.
We've got the power rankings of the year. Who have been the best Aussie athletes of the year? We've got a bunch of awards. We've got, the the famous Aussie Joe Bugner knockout of the year. We've got the best Aussie sports athlete. We've got the Joseph Fritzl worst venue of the year. We've got a ton of very exciting awards to give out. Not a ton of sport this week. We're just celebrating the year that the Aussies have had. We'll be having a laugh along the way.
What a year it's been. If it's your first time listening, I'm comedian Jeremy Dooley, joined as always by fellow comedian Stephen Bradshaw, Stevie B. What's been happening for you in the last week?
Not much, Jules. Very quiet week for a comedian. Christmas week. Didn't get up to much. Went away for Christmas over and saw the family. I don't know what you do for Christmas, Jules. A lot of people think Christmas is a time of love and getting together. Maybe you're religious and you look at it from that angle, or maybe it's just a chance to get away and decompress and unwind. But for me, Duels, Christmas is all about winning, and I dominated Christmas this year. There were some family games out there where if you won the game, you won a prize. So there was the golf, won that. There was Connect Four, dominated that. Beat there was people not even in our immediate family. It was their first Christmas with them, embarrassed them in front of everybody. You had the whole thing. So I won all that. And then we had the Bad Santa, Kris Kringle, where everyone brings a gift. Mm-hmm. And obviously the later number you draw is the better. And I drew the final number. So I got my pick of all the presents. So I got a jumbuck meat smoker. Ooh. Easily the best prize on offer.
Yeah. Some people have called you that before too.
Yeah, I don't mind smoking a meat or two, but I'm very impressed with my very happy that I won Christmas this year. What about you? What'd you get up to?
Very nice. It's a lot of driving for me. So, we had sort of a family lunch at my grandparents' place in the burbs in Glenroy. And then we went down to the coast to the other side of the family and had a big dinner there. And it became like an impromptu games night.
Yep.
It's not something we would normally
love that
do. Normally it's, people have one or two, many drinks and then, some opinions and airing of grievances tend to come out. So there's a lot of games, a lot of charades dominated as well because I'm here to win.
What about the Budgy Smugglers just dominating Christmas?
Just undefeated, It was great. It was great. It was, and it was good. And then that's kind of been it, just hanging out, eating food. It's that weird period of the year, Goochmas, Taintmas, where it's like it's kind of the in-between period. People don't really know sort of what day it is or anything like that. So
I was very surprised to find out we were recording a podcast when I woke up this morning. So.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was Sunday today. We don't normally record on a Sunday either.
We do not. But that was a very pleasant surprise. So I'm very happy with that. Because I talked about winning Christmas, and I come from a very competitive family. I'd say most my nieces and my brother and everyone played sport at a pretty decent level, at least representative in some kind of sport, whether it was footy, netball, that kind of stuff. Not too impressed with my domination of Christmas still. So I was a bit of a Grinch on Christmas, apparently. I got a lot of negative feedback from my Christmas domination. How did your family take... I celebrated with fervour and I had a lot of beers at this point in the day as well. So... very obnoxious. I've been described as both a sore winner and a sore loser.
That's like you.
Yeah. How did your family take your domination of Christmas?
Well, also very high achieving family, and a lot of athletes, a lot of, fairly, like that sort of inter-suburb sort of representative level.
Yep.
But I was the only professional athlete and I showed. I showed that was the case and I've still got it.
Love that. Oh, man, winning that golf it came down to it. There was a 3-way tie and there was a single playoff hole and, oh, boy, did I just pull up clutch.
Oh, that's what you want.
Oh.
And tell us what everyone wants to know this because everyone knows that this is a sports podcast. That is also a food podcast. What was on the menu? Give us your highlights, lowlights even.
I don't think any of my family listens to this. I think I can do this.
Yeah.
Highlights. Highlights were many. The beef was probably the number one. Slow cooked beef on the charcoal over, tens of hours. Just melt in your mouth stuff. My brother, fantastic with the pork crackling. That is the one thing that can derail Christmas. I know you for some reason don't like roast meat, but the pork was fantastic. So the meat was great. Another thing, I've had this argument with people before. It's pretty standard. I mean, we've been doing the same place for Christmas or thereabouts for about 20 odd years now with my brother and his family. And garlic bread's a big part of our Christmas dinner. Do you have garlic bread at Christmas?
No, that is...
I think it might just be our family because I've been getting this feedback. I'm like, I love garlic bread at Christmas because you got the gravy and you'd mop up the plate with that. We had freshly cooked prawns, of course. So they were the highlights. The lowlights, and I hope, if you are listening, family, don't worry because we discussed this on the car ride home because it was a low light. Mm-hmm. Roast potatoes were fucking garbage this year. Yeah.
Who call them out? Who was in charge?
I don't know who was in charge. I hope it wasn't some of the new family members that were there for Christmas. Apologies if it was you. But you want crispy, you want duck throat, you want them crispy, you want them crunchy, you want that, you want just drooling, crunchy on the outside, soft and fluffy in the middle. These were they were cold, they were barren of flavor, soggy. The burnt bits, little burnt bits. That was the only crunch you got. So on the drive home, me and Cinnamon came to her first family Christmas. I think she did pretty well, apart from I'll get to that in a second. But we decided that next year we're taking over potatoes.
Oh yeah, good.
So that's that. But we did have a first family Christmas.
How did that go?
I think it's very interesting. It's something I noticed at Christmas. I haven't told her this, but she does listen to the pod. But when they say, a young woman, they always end up marrying their father, and a young boy, they always end up marrying their mother or a version of them.
Sounds like it's going to get creepy.
And I realized on Christmas that I am with a very loud black woman. Very loud, a person of color, and I'm like, how did this happen? So that was a shock. That was shock number one.
And your mum's Scottish too.
Yeah, my mum's Scottish. So there was that, but originally I told you, did I mention I got the meat smoker? I stole that at the end, but the original person to get it was my partner, Cinnamon. She was fucking filthy. She full on did the in front of the new family, the crack the shits over their present thing. She's like, this is a boy. And then like the people that brought it, and I'm like, that's the best thing. I'm like stoked. I'm like, we're good. They you could tell they were visibly upset with her reaction. So that was a moment.
What were some of the other gifts in that bad Santa? Like, was there one where you're like, oh, that's going to be the one, and then you saw the smoking, like, oh, what was grabbing your attention?
Definitely the smoker. That we ended up with the smoker and the iced coffee maker.
That's a good one.
We got the two best. We teamed up. That's the thing with these. You team up with your partner, you make sure you get the best presents. I thought we brought the best presents. We bought like a Yeti drink bottle. Shout out to Yeti. You do good stuff. Give us a brand deal. So we brought that in a coffee mug. I thought outside of the ones we got, we probably brought the best presents. What about you? Do you do the Kris Kringle thing?
Not this year. This is the first time we haven't done it first time we haven't done it for lots and lots of years. I think as well with a new addition to the family, everyone wanted to put it on pause and just load up.
Zep.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a new baby as well. So shout out to little Neve. My first grand niece, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good Irish name, Neve.
Yeah, neither of them are Irish. One's Cook Island and one's from Portland, Victoria.
Okay,
they went with the Irish name, Irish spelling. I remember getting the text from her where she said...
That's confusing if you don't know how to read it.
And she goes, welcome to the world, beautiful, healthy baby Neemhutch. And then on the car ride there, I was with Cinnamon and asked, what's the baby's name? And I was like, Naima? And then my mum gets in the car. She's like, I don't know what the baby's name is either. So it was a bit of chaos, but not as easy to know as Zeppy.
Yep.
How was Zeppy's first Christmas?
It was good. It was just another day for him with
Yep.
a lot more people and everyone giving him new flashy toys.
Yep.
So look, he was pretty happy. He slept, he ate, and he was merry. You know, he joined in on the food now because he's eating normal food. So
Oh,
we had a barbecue at one event, and he loved that.
snags.
Loves any type of meat product. He's just all in on that.
Yep.
So that was really good. And then when we went to the other location, he pretty much fell asleep straight away as soon as we got there. So
Good dream.
it's
Good
good.
dream. Well done. Merry Christmas, Yep. Any other controversies at Christmas?
Look, I
Family
think all right. Well, highlights, lowlights. So, I have an uncle on one side who formerly was a chef for a very long time. So he takes charge most of the time, does a great job. It's fantastic. We just had a barbecue and some Maltese food and drinks and stuff like that. So that was great. And then at the other family, it was sort of a bit more your traditional stuff in terms of like ham and turkey. Not into them. And
Come on, ham.
no, I'm not I'm not into that. I like a bit of shaved turkey, not like a
I know what you're saying.
yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, and I got
You know what goes good with turkey? A nice slice of garlic bread.
Okay, so I'm on your side. Garlic bread. I'm happy to campaign for the next 12 months that garlic bread should become a Christmas staple. Garlic bread is the best.
Yep.
It's great on all occasions, summer, winter, you're feeling sad, you're feeling good. Garlic bread, I'm all for that. One thing I'm not for is when people try and make a dessert slice, all right, or a dessert cake or a biscuit, whatever, and secretly try and make it healthy.
Oh, that is a dog act. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not time for your political or your
I don't
cultural
want some
whatever. Load me up.
Yeah, I don't want some keto chocolate brownie. I want chocolate that's so full of sugar and stuff that like I need to lie down. I get heart palpitations.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want heart palpitations.
Name and shame, who did it?
Mum.
Oh, no. She's coughed it, Mum. Straight out the bat.
Straight out the bat.
Oh.
She's like putting avocados in there and just...
You're better than that.
Oh, you're better than that. You are better than that. So we don't like that. But I tell you, my auntie had a very interesting experience on Christmas.
Okay.
And I was
Immaculate Conception?
outraged. I was outraged.
Mm-hmm.
Outraged. So she was at Warren Ponds Shopping Centre in Geelong.
Yep.
And she was doing some last minute Christmas shopping. She went into the and she needed to buy a turkey, a few extra gifts, whatever. She'd been to a few places, couldn't find a turkey, and so she had one stop at Home. The homewares shop. It's like I reckon Home is like must be owned by EB Games because they're always just like we're closing down. We've got it everywhere, and they never do.
No.
What is that business plan? I don't know. Anyway, she's there. She's buying that final gift. And she said to the shop attendant there serving her that she was on her way to get a turkey and that she had been to 3 other stops and the last place she was going to was the Coles Deli.
Yep.
And the woman serving her was like, oh, yeah, I should probably go and get mine too. Okay. Just a little bit of conversation. My auntie goes to the Coles Deli, asks for some turkey. They say there's no more turkey. No more turkey. All right. So Warren Ponds is sold out of turkey. They said, let's go. We'll go out the back and see because we might have one left that we use for the shaved turkey.
Yes.
All right. Like the backup turkey. They come out, the final turkey. Possibly in Geelong or all of Victoria. We don't know. It could have been the last one in Australia or on the eastern seaboard. Plonks it on top of the counter there. The woman from Home, the shop attendant from Homewares in Warren Ponds happens to pop up and she's like, oh, I came to get a turkey as well. And my auntie, she's like, oh, I think I may have just got the last one. Maybe try the other deli there. And the woman stands there disappointed. My auntie turns to the shop attendant and says, thank you so much for getting that turkey. The shop attendant from home grabs the turkey.
No.
And my auntie's like, no, that's my turkey. Like, that, she brought that out for me. So the woman behind the counter said, excuse me, ma'am, I brought that turkey out for this woman here, pointing to my auntie. And this woman says, I don't care, and runs off like Jonah Lomu, like cradling that turkey, is being chased by people. And so my auntie missed out on getting the turkey because of the home attendant at Warren Ponds.
That is disgraceful. That's very un-Chris. Is she, I'm assuming, middle-aged white woman?
My auntie?
No,
that's what I assume as well, because that's who works
That's
there.
a turkey thief. Yeah, exactly.
So if anyone goes to home in Warm Ponds, just feel free to just knock some shit over all the time.
Is that house?
House.
House.
I've been calling it home because I've been thinking of home house. It's called house. If anyone goes, we'll edit that out so it says house every single time.
House. Go if you have rotten eggs, if you have some tomato, if you have some ham that you left outside at Christmas.
Take it back to house.
I want you to jump in the car, head to shop T978A in Warren Ponds Shopping Centre, Pioneer Road and Princess Highway.
In Geelong.
Trash it. Trash their house. Those turkey thieving sons of bitches.
Exactly.
I can't believe that.
I hope that woman for Christmas got a piece of coal.
Oh, I hope she got a charcoal turkey's quite nice, actually, to be fair. So I hope you got a whole packet of coal. But that is the biggest dog act I've ever heard.
Isn't it?
I think so.
That's dog of the week act.
We need a dog act of the week, actually. Let's add that to the podcast lineup. That's disgraceful. Disgraceful.
Isn't it? On Christmas, I think it was on Christmas Eve as well. What a bitch.
What a bitch. What a bitch.
Anyway.
Sport.
Yeah.
Been a nothing week in sport, but we have a ton of stuff. We'll get into a little bit, but before we do, how about the comment section?
So we got a few comments. A couple of old posts had a few comments. We're not going to go through all of them, but some interesting ones that popped up was the
speaking of Christmas foods. Maybe that's a good segue into those ones.
Yeah. All right, we'll go with Christmas foods first. My top 5 last week was foods to eat at Christmas. Not Christmas foods to eat at Christmas. Doc Nick, Jeremy Dooley official not liking roast disqualifies me from having an opinion.
I agree with Doc Nick on that one, actually. You can't rank Christmas foods and then in the middle of it just tell everyone you don't like roast meats.
Nah.
That's wild.
I don't mind it every now and then, but everyone gets around it for Christmas. We don't live in that's a winter food. I see roast as a winter food.
Couldn't disagree more. Last night, a rare Saturday night off for me and the lady, and she goes, let's go out for dinner anywhere you want. I go straight down to Pacific Seafood Barbecue House. That's right, Pacific Seafood Barbecue House. It's the name of the restaurant on Victoria Street, Chinese restaurant, duck in the window. What exactly? Makes no sense, but it's the best food. It's packed. And I went there just for one reason. It was the roast duck, roast pork combo. That's how much I like roast on a hot summer's day. Love it. And I've been eating roast for 3 days straight as well. So I'm with you, Doc Nick, but
no. Not into that. You don't really know what you're talking about, Doc Nick. If you are even a doctor.
I don't think
he is.
I don't doubt he's even a Nick.
No.
Matt T said, half of these aren't even Christmas foods. No one actually puts prawns on the barbie, he said.
Well, Matt T, you're an idiot. Because I said that they're not Christmas foods. I said foods to eat at Christmas, so maybe your comprehension, maybe I'll speak slower from now on so that you can understand things, all right? Understand the big words that we say here. Maybe we'll give you some crayons. We'll send you out some crayons so that you can draw along. And also...
I like Matt T. He comments on a lot of our stuff. He's a smuggler and they're all negative they're all combative and I love it.
And normally
keep doing Matt T.
Yeah. And no one actually puts prawns on the barbecue. That's bullshit. Prawns on the barbecue is awesome.
Prawns on the barbie's great.
Yeah, you
I agree
need
with
to
that.
live a little, Matt T. I reckon if you had prawns on the barbecue, you'd be probably a lot happier and not be so combative and angry in the comment section all the time. You'd be like, oh my God, this is amazing. These guys really know what they're talking about. We do.
Never change, Matt T.
No. Footy players as wrestlers, a few comments there. Faunt Leroy Andrew or Faunt Leroy Andrew and Rue? Faunt Leroy and Rue said Mick Martin.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Great
Mick Martin.
call. You'd have to put him under a mask because he's not the biggest looker, but a big brute, maybe like someone's heavy.
Yep.
Like you could imagine him in the 90s standing
Like
behind
Vader
Shawn
or something.
Michaels, like in that Diesel role, you know, that kind of an enforcer type. Doesn't say much. You don't want him on the microphone spitting all over the fucking joint.
Yeah.
But would be great.
Yep, that's a good one. I also see him as like starting out really like the villain, the bad guy, just that muscle, but then eventually becomes like a baby face, and you realize he has a heart of gold, and he's very like he holding guns and stuff.
I like that. More like a Kane. He does look like Kane, actually.
Yeah, a
Be
bit of
good
Kane features.
type, but yeah.
Yep, maybe he was in a fire. I
Yeah.
don't know. Donuts DevX, Donuts Devx. He had some great suggestions.
Yeah, these are actually these are the only insightful comments I think we got all week, actually.
Week. For a long time. Ted Whitten could be Ric Flair or Dusty Rhodes. I like Ted Whitten as Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, I like that because he's a big talker, get behind it, inspiring type. So I really like that. Nom?
Yep, and Dermot Brereton as Ravishing Rick Rude or Mr. Perfect.
I get it. It's a little bit on the side, which I'm all for. Obviously, we're in Brunswick. Pride stuff. But that was pretty gay.
I would have thought Dermy's more like Rick Rude with Mr. Perfect's hair.
That's a great call. I think Rick Rude with Mr. Perfect's hair is a very, very good call. Yeah, more Rick Rude in terms of personality. Bit of an arrogant douche, that kind of a thing.
Yep. Friend of mine dated him. Not Rick Rude, Dermy.
Date? Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
He was about a quarter of his age at the time. So, yeah.
Good on you, Derm.
Yeah, well done.
You weirdo. Did you get any audience questions?
I did, and I wrote it down. So let's move on so I can find it. Okay. This was from. This is good. If you're listening, this is tremendous stuff here.
I could talk about House more.
This is from Candice.
Thank you, Candice.
Candice asked, pet hates in comedy. So context, I can't remember when I wrote this down because I kept note of a few things and then I forgot that I'd written these things down, and then I found them the other day when I was sort of like just scrolling through the notes app on my phone. So I'm guessing based on the gigs that I had, my set list, this is somewhere in Perth, maybe.
Okay.
Candice asked, what are your pet hates that you see new or experienced? What's pet hates in comedy?
Pet hates in terms of
stand up.
Okay, got you. My number one pet hate is when comedians shit on the audience. So they're not doing well. They're bombing, and then they start blaming the audience. Often the audience doesn't know that they're being a bad audience. They just have, maybe the MC hasn't done a good enough job sort of setting up the show or whatever. Usually the comedian's not funny enough on that particular night to make them laugh, and then they kind of shit on the audience, make it uncomfortable, and then ruin it for all the other comedians. That's my pet hate.
Yep.
In comedy, Doors. What about you?
I've got a few. That is absolutely one. There is nothing that grinds my gears more than when a comedian just shits on the audience. And oftentimes I feel like if the comedian did a little bit of self-reflection, they'd become better for it. And then the audiences would respond better.
Yep.
I would say comedians being unprepared when they go up on stage, and sometimes it's a shtick and it's an act. But when a comedian is genuinely unprepared, especially for a gig where there's like a paid audience there, hate that. It's so disrespectful to people who have forked out cash to be there. And when comedians try and tank intentionally just to like see what they can get away with to a paying audience, because that's how you stop people from coming back to shows. And the other thing that I don't like, which I'm seeing more and more, is the mining of crowd work.
Oh, yes.
Like the intentional trying to find a clip. Like at open mics, you see this, or people are trying to say like, what's the edgiest bit of crowd work I can do now? And it's just like, just try and be funny. And if you need to interact, that's fine. I interact with the audience. Like that's, it's in some bits, but try and be funny first. Because if you're funny, then the crowd work is actually easier because people are on side and they don't think why especially if it's in like a short set, don't do crowd work in a 5-minute set. Like if you're given 5, I think anything under 10 minutes, including 10 minutes, if you're doing heaps of crowd work, wasting time.
There you go.
That was a good question from Candice. Leaderville is where it was.
There you go. Love Leaderville.
Candice.
What a joint.
Was.
All right.
I wish I remembered what happened in that gig. Because generally what happens, people will ask, I always stick around after the show to chat to people. And generally the question is a reaction to something that happened. I wish I could remember what happened at that show that Candice asked me that question.
Oh, I'm sure it was one of those 5 things you listed.
Yeah.
It's mostly an award show. We've got a couple of quick hits though. Duels. Did you watch the Boxing Day test? What are your thoughts?
Tell you what, it was over very quickly. I turned on towards the end of day 1 and I was very confused when I saw the score.
Yes, it was very. I watched the start of it and I was like, oh, this is a disaster. And then by the end of day 1, I'm like, what the hell is happening here? It was all over the shop. I watched it yesterday. More disaster? I don't know. Wasn't the best test I've ever seen, but I guess it was exciting. I guess it leads to the big question this week, Duels, which you want to...
Just on that, I feel one of my friends got a corporate box for day 3.
Oh, that's rough. Can you still go?
I don't know. I was like, did they because they paid, like they all got together, a syndicate, put in a bit of cash for it, and like, do they get a refund? What happens?
Surely they get a refund. Or do they just rock up and just eat and drink and I don't know.
Anyway,
that's tough. But the big question this week, I got a couple of big questions. Is Test cricket dead?
Oh, no. So I read an article. It could have also just been a tweet. And I possibly thought it. But I think the reason why you're seeing some really short games in Test cricket is because players now are much more conditioned to the smash and bash T20 style. They don't know how to stay at the crease for an extended period and like build an innings and just dig in and, take over the game. And England, Bazball, whatever that means, no one knows. It's like 6-7. No one knows what it means.
Exactly. I don't know. I think all things considered, it was the first time I'd stayed and watched cricket for longer than a couple of hours because there was so much happening.
But now there's nothing on TV.
Well, that's the thing. What are we going to do for the next few days? This is crack a beer at lunch time of the year.
You lie on the couch for a while.
Lie on the couch. You take a nap. What am I going to nap to this Savo? I don't know. This podcast, maybe.
That'll keep you up and about.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Wet dreams.
All right, I got another question for you, Jules. The Sydney to Hobart yacht race is on. Is there a sport you care about less?
What annoys me, every year the news media is like, oh, the Sydney to Hobart yacht race. Oh, everyone loves it. No one gives a fuck about the Sydney to Hobart. It is the shittest sporting event in the calendar every year. And somehow it gets all this media time, probably because it's all rich, toff owners like who are into yachts. But the general rank and file, no one gives a shit.
I don't know who's sitting around watching a bunch of rich guys on pretty shit boats, to be honest with you. And going from Sydney, one of the shittest places in Australia, to Hobart, which is kind of like, but I'm not taking that trip. I don't know, because it sneaks up on me every year, and I open up the paper or the internet, and it's like Sydney to Hobart. Ugh, no one gives a fuck.
No one.
Literally, no. I've never met anyone that go, "You watching the Sydney to Hobart this?"
We both know someone who likes the Sydney to Hobart yacht race.
I hope not.
Yeah, we do, because I remember making a comment about this on stage a few years ago, and after the show, said comedians like, "Mate, I really love the Sydney to Hobart yacht race. I really get around it." Who am I being there?
I don't know. That's not your best impression.
It is a very good impression.
Is it?
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
Now, Dooley, I love the...
Oh, it's Cavey.
Caveman loves it.
Ah, that makes sense.
Okay, but does it? I feel like that makes very little sense.
He does speedboat commentary in New Zealand.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a great voice.
Yeah, he does have a great voice. Lived in a cave.
Hence the name.
Looks
like a caveman.
He does look like a caveman. We got one this week.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yep.
It's time for the
Josh.
Random.
Josh.
We're going to do that again because I need it for the... Time for the random Josh Giddy stat of the week. Jules, Josh Giddy had the fastest triple-double in Bulls history, reaching it in only 20 minutes, Jules.
What?
A 20-minute triple-double. Fastest in Bulls history.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
That is amazing. He is a rule breaker.
Record breaker.
Yeah. He
has broken some rules.
He's a record breaker. We love him.
Jules, what I've noticed from this recurring segment, the random Josh Giddy stat of the week, the one thing that stood out to me over this year, we've probably done 30 or so of them. Outside of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, nobody's really done much for the Chicago Bulls ever.
No, Derrick Rose had about 5 minutes and then got injured.
Unfortunately.
Elton Brand
was there, was he?
Yeah, he was there.
He's more of a clipper.
Jay Williams played one season there.
Okay, yeah.
And that's
Luke Longley,
Noah?
obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, Noah. Luol Deng.
Yeah. What about Ben Gordon?
Ben Gordon?
Yeah,
he's good.
There. He was good off the bench.
He was good. But yeah, that's the Josh Giddy stat of the week. All right, Jules, we've got a bunch of awards to give out. What I want you to, I'm going to read them out, and I want your reactions. I want you to know who you feel was snubbed. If you got any other nominations, I'm just going to roll into it. So Smugglers, strap yourselves in, jump into the comment section, let us know. If you've got any random awards, chuck them in here as well. But I am kicking things off. Stop looking at them. I need your reaction. I'm kicking things off with the Aussie Joe Bugner Memorial Award for Best Knockout of the Year.
Oh.
So in second place, this is a recent one, Jai Opataya, getting a couple about put that guy to sleep. It was rough. In second place, and then in first place, I think this was widely regarded as one of the best knockouts of the years of anyone, not just an Aussie, but Quinlan Sarkild, that head kick knockout. Quillan Sarkild with the knockout of the year. That was epic. Do you have any other knockouts that you saw or thought of? Or?
Look, Quillan was absolutely top tier. That was beautiful. I hope he used his bonus money wisely at the roulette table, maybe.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he doesn't mind pokies. I'm not sure. Tremendous mustache, fantastic gym, well coached, well deserved.
Well done. I love that. All right, I got the next award. It is the Candid Camera Award.
Okay. Explain the behind. Like, how'd you come up? Is it to do with Jo Beth Taylor?
Yes. How did you know? The nominations are Jo Beth Taylor. No, it's for maybe a sporting personality or something that got caught on camera that maybe they shouldn't have got caught doing.
Okay.
So previous winners, for example, even though this is the first annual ever, would be Jake Carlisle. He got caught on camera. Remember that?
Yeah.
That wasn't a good one.
Yeah.
Shane Warne was a previous winner of this award. If you remember that one.
Shane Warne's a multiple-time winner. Of
Yeah,
this award.
he's won it a few times. Nick Rewalt was a previous winner. But this year, the Candid Camera Award goes to Wayne Carey and marketing executive Kate Aston for getting caught on security camera, walking out of a bathroom together quite sheepishly, with a little substance on somewhere, and who knows what they were doing. I think we surmise they were doing a marketing campaign for Duck toilet cleaners. So any other Candid Camera Award nominations this year? Bailey Smith got caught with his fingers up a couple of times.
Bailey Smith could have rounded out the rest of the top 5, I think, with all of his discretions. I mean, with Candid Camera, a lot of its stuff is happening on Instagram. So it's like, you could almost call this the NRL off-field award for things happening off-field. That
NRL guy that pissed in his own mouth.
Oh, the bubbler.
Yeah, the bubbler.
Can't remember his name.
He's definitely a winner of this one. It is wild that an NRL player doesn't win this every single year. So that's a Candid Camera Award.
Todd Carney.
Todd Carnage. He was an absolute mess of a human being. Good rugby player.
I tell you, if you just type in NRL bubbler, straight away.
I love that. All right.
You know what Todd Carney's nickname is? Toddy.
Oh. Warm Toddy. All right. What else do we want to do? Let's go with the Mama Said Knock You Out LL Cool J Award for Biggest L of the Year.
Oh, biggest.
The biggest L. So I have nominated myself for that time I fell off stage during the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. That got a lot of... I knew you'd like that one.
What a moment that was.
That was pretty funny. Let's not talk about that any further. Biggest L of the year. In second place, we've got Teddy Swims, who came up against Snoop Dogg and just got absolutely destroyed. It was absolute shambles for Teddy Swims. Yeah, Teddy Sanks. And then the biggest L of the year goes to American NASCAR driver Connor Zilic, who famously jumped out of his NASCAR, knocked himself out on the pavement in one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Any other big owls you can think of for this year, Dools, that should be in consideration?
Can we talk? I don't want to preempt what else you've got on your list.
Okay.
So let's go through the whole, and then I'll throw out some of mine.
I like that. I do cover that. Obviously, we've got the end of year power rankings coming up as well. So there's some big names in there that I've deliberately left off this list. We've got the comeback of the year. In the runner-up, I have Stephanie Gilmore. Came back and made sort of the quarterfinals, I think, on the Gold Coast. That was fantastic. And then she's fully coming back next year to the tour. And then the number one comeback of the year, not to spoil, but obviously will be in the power rankings if you listen to the show. But Alexander Volkanovski looked like his career was done. It was finished. He'd have a few more fights on the way out, but maybe not against the top-tier talent that happens when you get past 35. But bang, he comes back. The big guy, the one that they want to make the hero, the popular guy with the terrible emo mullet, big fan base in Mexico. Diego Lopez, and then Alex, the great Volkanovski, comes in and just shuts him down. So they're my comeback of the year awards.
That's good.
The Bonnie and Clyde robbery of the year. So the Aussie athlete who got robbed, just blind robbery.
I have a sneaking suspicion on who number one is, but I don't want to preempt.
In second place, Jake Matthews. You remember
this?
The ref called off the fight, and then the bell goes, and he goes, "Nah, he's fine," and then it threw Jake completely off. He ends up losing the fight, even though he'd already knocked the guy out. That was a disgrace. And then the winner of the Bonnie and Clyde robbery of the year goes to Lando Norris and McLaren for absolutely robbing Oscar Piastri of the world championship. They're a bunch of dogs. And I
Dogs.
hope bad things happen to them and only them and
And house and home
and
whatever we decided it was called.
Oh yeah, that's dog act of the year goes to House at Warren. The lady that works, the Karen that works at House in Warren Ponds. I have. There's only one nomination for the Un-Australian Australian Award. This goes to the Australian who acted the most un-Australian this year. This is a tough one as well because he's a Budgy Smuggler favourite, but we've got to call it as we see it. We can't play favourites. The Un-Australian Australian Award goes to Dyson Daniels for saying it's a palmy. It's a palmer. It's not a palmy, Dyson. We're sick of it. We've had it up to here. You're from Ballarat as well.
Bendigo.
Same thing. Who cares? I'm not going there. No, I'll probably do some gigs there. I love Ballarat and Bendigo, actually, just in case we do. But that was awful. All right, we're getting to some of my favourite ones here. I want to go with probably my favourite category, which obviously we've been doing this award show for years, Dools, and by years I mean the first time ever. It is the Joseph Fritzl Worst Venue of the Year Award.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure where that was going when you said Fritzl. It could have been worst venue, could have been like, father, son, or daughter sort of.
That's a rough one. That would be a rough category. So the Joseph Fritzl Worst Venue of the Year Award. Number one, I've given it to Tassie Stadium.
Yes.
It doesn't exist yet, but it took them how long to get this thing over the line?
The process
is dumb. It's way too expensive. It's not in the right location. It's going to take forever. Tassie are going to come in. They're not going to have a home ground. I just think the whole Tassie Stadium, as glad as I am that they've finally got it and that I'm very excited to have the Tassie Devils in the AFL, I just think the way that this venue has been handled over the last couple of years is just pretty embarrassing. Pretty embarrassing. Number two in the Joseph Fritzl Worst Venue of the Year Award goes to Icon Park. Shocking venue. We read some of the reviews earlier this year, but the reason it's nominated is when the Carlton fans went down and spray painted all over it. Fire this person. They made fun of it. It was just one of the funniest things I've seen. They just got their iconic venue vandalized. And late comer to the Joseph Fritzl Worst Venue of the Year Award goes to Avalon Raceway.
Oh, don't be there.
For just letting a tyre run rogue through a crowd, nearly murdering a bunch of people. Avalon Raceway, what are you doing?
Don't go there.
Oh, congratulations to Avalon Raceway for the worst, Joseph Fritzl Worst Venue of the Year. You'll be getting your award plaque in the mail very soon. Okay. Who else have we? All right. Let's go with the Einstein Award. Maybe think of a different name for that. So this is the smartest fan base. So what I've done, I've combed through, spent days just going through every comment anyone's posted on any of our clips and shows and podcasts and all that kind of thing, and I've kind of tiered out who I think the smartest fan bases are based on who has the best insights, the most sort of positive. If they don't agree with, maybe they don't agree with what we've said, but they've come up with an intelligent argument against it as opposed to just gibberish. So, smartest fan bases in third place. The Einstein Award needs a better name for smartest fan base. Just goes to Aussies in general. Yep. Could be higher on this list. I think that was too generic, too general. I think Aussies, they've backed us in. They've, when you look at their comments on the power rankings, for example, they might disagree, but then they'll come back and they'll have a really good argument for why this person should be there or there. So in second place, smartest fan bases are Oscar Piastri fans. Yep. They're passionate, they're smart, they put together great arguments. We had a bloody mathematician write an essay on one of our comment section just breaking down how many points Oscar Piastri should have won the World Championships for. I love the Oscar Piastri fans. And the winner, based on our comment section for the Einstein Award for smartest fan bases, goes to soccer fans.
Yes.
I've been blown away. I know nothing about soccer. Anytime we do a post about soccer, the numbers are up, the comments are up. People are, even if they do disagree with you, they have more intelligent than I thought they would be. Counter arguments. They know what they're talking about. I really enjoy the soccer fans in the comment section. I thought they'd be just sending flares and they'd be nuffies and they'd just be chanting along. But no, they are some of the smartest and most engaged fans on our social media.
You could take the fan group from number 1 and 3 and merge them as one, because like the Americans,
I should say Aussie soccer fans, actually.
Oh.
That's no, because
some of those American ones, they've got no idea. They're like, oh no, Landon Donovan is the best player ever. Like, what? Australia's never produced a better player. And it's like, we're significantly better players in multiple leagues and generations.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
So
I should write Aussie soccer fans, Ange Postecoglou fans, Socceroos fans, A-League fans. They're the smartest fan group. You are right. That was too generic.
I tell you
Aussie
what,
soccer fans are the best.
They are going shit.
Shottenham, Snottenham.
Told ya.
All right. Conversely,
worst fans.
I call this one the Snowflake Award.
Oh.
For the softest fan bases, the fans that just had the thinnest skin, unintelligent, soft cocks that get very upset very quickly.
Basic.
Very basic. They don't, like some of these fan bases we've spoken about, they'll come back with counter arguments and all this kind of stuff. These fan bases will just get personal because they're not very smart. They're unintelligible. They don't really know ball. These are the snowflakes of sports fans for 2025. Third, surprisingly, cricket fans.
Oi!
Cricket fans in our comment section, boy, do they cry over the power rankings, Stills.
yeah.
How many people just go, what about Mitchell Stark? What about Travis Head? What about Pat Cummings? Pat Cummings. Well, all right, relax. But the biggest snowflakes was I made a call, which I still stand by, that the most overrated person in sports history, Australian sports history, was Don Bradman.
Yeah, you did. And that
sparked quite a controversy.
Hate mail.
Yeah. Threats, personal attacks. Again, they weren't quoting stats. I'm like, how hard is it to get an extra couple of runs in your last innings, mate? Against, like, POMs, part-time cricketers. So that was my theory. But they got very upset about that one. All right. In second place for the Snowflake Award. No surprises here. The only surprise is that they're not number one. Is lame boy Lando Norris fans. Ugh. I think mostly, in fairness to them, the majority of Lando Norris fans are 13 to 14-year-old girls. The middle-aged English men that follow lame boy Lando are the saddest thin-skinned losers I've ever seen in a comment section for anything. Lando Norris fans, you are sad. You are so sad. You're pathetic. Just like Lando Norris in the country you're from. Lando Norris fans, how you're not number one is the biggest surprise to me, that they've come in second, Doors.
Yeah, I mean, checks out. Yeah, I would say that they're not even really fans of Formula One. Maybe they've played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit on PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
and that's the extent of it.
So, in second, Lando. Third, sorry, cricket fans. I didn't. But the facts are the facts. The winner of the Snowflake Award for the most pathetic, thin-skinned group of fans in any sport or place in the world goes to Americans. They are the worst, Dulls.
Oh, they're going to be celebrating like, yeah, we're number one.
They're because they're stupid. They don't know what's going on. They don't understand humor.
No.
They don't know sport outside of whatever. They don't even know sport outside of the state they live in, let alone outside. They don't know anything in Canada or Mexico that's the same continent as them. But once it gets outside of North America, they have no idea what's going on. You can't say anything about them. They take everything personally because they're not all there mentally as a race of people. Just watch the news. So that's my top 3 Snowflake Awards.
Hard to argue against that.
Yeah? All right, good. I'm glad. I thought you'd agree with me on that one. All right, so that's the Snowflake Awards. All right. This is my favorite one. This is the Charlie Kirk In Memoriam Award. And this is for someone that just believed strongly in something, and then it ended up being the end of them. The Charlie Kirk In Memoriam Award. It's brought to you by the City of Perth. The runner-up for the Charlie Kirk In Memoriam Award is the guy who dressed up as Stephen Hawking and got the Osborne Park Football Club banned for 2 years.
What a legacy that guy's left.
I know. He said, I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to dress up as Stephen Hawking, wheel into the club with pictures of child pornography all over me because I believe that that's funny because I'm from Perth. And I don't think there's going to be any consequences from these actions. And he got his club kicked out of the game for 2 years. That's runner-up. And the winner of the Charlie Kirk In Memoriam Award, brought to you by the City of Perth, goes to the president of the South Bunbury Football Club, who dressed up as Charlie Kirk a week after he was shot dead for a footy function. That only resulted in a $1,500 fine, Dools, but just the goal. That's what Charlie Kirk believed in, to stand up for what you want to say, however you want to say it. If you want to dress up as Charlie Kirk with a bullet hole in your neck and blood dripping down your shirt and walk into the club a week after he was shot, go ahead and do it, president of the South Bunbury Football Club. Congratulations. I think they're 2 worthy winners. Good on you, Perth. Our favourite place to do comedy. This is why, because you guys are hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
You get it. You get it. All right, final award, Duels. I think this is the Aussie Sporting Moment of the Year.
Ooh.
A bit more of a serious one for the
okay.
first time. I don't know. I don't know about this. We'll see what you think. But so these are moments. These aren't necessarily, obviously we've had seasons, you know, and all that kind of stuff.
So many moments.
So many moments. But these are just a little moment in time, maybe a game, maybe a shot, maybe whatever it is. These are my top 5.
Okay.
That, you know, on behalf of the Budgy Smugglers. And then you could break down and add whatever. I've got at 5th. If you have noticed that these awards have no consistency, some of them just have 1, some of them have 3. This one has 5. But in 5th, Aussie Sporting Moment of the Year, Johnny Furphy's dunk on Noah Nsenge. I remember that. He got posterized. He had the terrible photo. It embarrassed the country of France, to be honest with you. Johnny Furphy's dunk on Noah Nsenge in 5th. In 4th, Jack Della Maddalena beating Bilal, shit nickname Muhammad. I thought was a great moment. He was a significant underdog, and he just mopped the floor with him. In 3, Nazaya the Messiah versus the Melbourne Demons, kicking 2 goals in a minute to win the game off his own boot. I was there. It was maybe the best sporting moment I've ever witnessed in my entire life. What a game. 2 votes. 2nd, our girl, Steph Kyriakou.
Oh, yep.
At the British Open. On the Thursday, gets a hole-in-one. Or on the Friday, gets a hole-in-one. On the Sunday, gets a hole-in-one assist, which was good. And first sporting moment of the year, goes to Josh Giddey's game winner over LeBron James in a huge game. Blew up the internet. That's my favourite sporting moment of the year, Dools.
Yep. Good. No gout.
Nope. No gout.
Okay. Cool. That's good. There's good. Some good moments there. Some good moments. I would have had Richmond beating Carlton in round 1.
Yep.
Everyone said Carlton's going to be a top 4 team and Richmond are going to go without a win. Everyone was like, Richmond, they're not going to win a game, maybe one if they're lucky. And then Richmond were down by like 7 goals or something and then just ran over the top of them. Seth Campbell's doing backflips. He's giving them the good night. I thought that was it. That was a good moment. Gout. A lot of the Ashes. That doesn't get a run. Ange Postecoglou, like Tottenham winning
Really
Europa League.
That was really
coached by Big Ange.
That's good. No, these are all good. There's no right or wrong answer. I mean, some of those are wrong, but there's no right or wrong answers.
Otherwise, that's not too bad.
Any other awards, Jules?
Mine. So I've got my top 5.
You want to do your top 5?
I got my top 5. My top 5, it's late in the year. So my top 5 are like New Year's resolutions for 5 sort of sporting New Year's resolutions.
Sporting New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah. So coming in at number 5, speaking of Big Ange, Ange Postecoglou, he was at the top of the tree. He won a European title for Tottenham, a team that historically is shit. They're very good at not winning elite. If not winning things, if you could win at not winning things, Tottenham always would be winning. Break that down slowly. But he broke that curse. They won something. Then they gave him the flick, and then he took a shit job. So my New Year's resolution for Big Ange is to just pick wisely. All right, don't go to a basket case shit club again. All right, that's New Year's resolution number 1 there for Big Ange. Next New Year's resolution gift is for Josh Giddey.
Yep.
Play in the All-Star game, become an All-Star, become a top 10 finisher in the MVP. I think that's going to be good. Then imagine what his contract. They were like, they didn't want to give him the contract. And look at what he's doing. That is amazing. He's got a lady friend now as well, Josh Giddey.
I saw
the photos. He's doing well on and off court.
I watched the game yesterday. He's got a little bit of he's trying to man up a little.
He
bit.
could grow a beard or something.
A beard?
Maybe add that, Josh. Your New Year's resolution: grow a beard.
Grow a beard.
Lean
into it.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Coming in at number 3, New Year's resolutions goes to the AFL organisation. Stop trying to be sort of the barometer of social conscience. Stop trying to change the game every single season. Just let the game go and listen to the fans for a change. Please, we implore you to do that. Coming in at number 2. I would love a New Year's resolution for Guacamole Picklum, who should have got more mentions in the sporting highlights. I would love for her to finish number 1 and Gilmore to finish number 2.
Oh, I like that.
And I would love for Guzman and Gomez to get behind Guacamole Picklum and the Budgy Smugglers again, but also Guacamole Pick. Guzman and there's an opportunity there. You're missing out.
It's easy money. It's easy money.
Guacamole is on your menu and you've got guacamole. Like it writes itself, really.
And it's too easy. Get that on. Have you had did you try the new tacos?
I haven't yet. Are they good? Do you have a go-to order at Guzman and Gomez?
Yes. Spicy ground beef burrito and small nachos.
Oh, okay. And a nachos on the side. Yeah. Like a dessert nachos.
Yeah, like a little, little something.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
Well,
like that.
Great.
But I change it up, to be honest with you.
It depends on if I'm in trying to get fit or like not caring.
Yep.
If I'm trying to get fit, I'll get a burrito bowl, ground beef, no rice, extra meat, spicy with a bit of guac.
Yep.
Into that.
Bit of guacamole picklum.
That's it. Absolutely. And my number 1 New Year's resolution is for champion footballer Lachie Neale to stop sleeping with the wife of his best friends. His wife's best friend. Stop doing that.
I'm unlucky.
He could have won the Wayne Carey Award.
He could have won the Wayne Carey Award.
Lucky Neil, mate. What are you doing?
Oh, I wonder if they got them on camera. Oh, very good. Very good, Jules. I think we should expand on that next week. And just let's crystal ball. Next week can be a crystal ball.
Yeah, looking into the future.
Looking into the future. What's going to happen? What are our hot takes for the year? I like this. I like this a lot.
Yep.
I think this is good. All right. What we've all come for. It is. Oh my.
We're doing more food conversations.
This is the Christmas food power rankings. No. It is the end of year power ranking.
Oh, huge. Run us through. How have you done this?
So I've done this. So this is the Aussie Athlete power rankings for the whole year of 2025. Right? So we've been doing this every week for the last year pretty much since the start of the year. We've been ranking who's in the weekly top 10. So the way I've broke this down, I've had a look through which I print them all off and I go through them page by page, and I've gone through who was in there a lot. I think matters. I think who had a big year, who had a big impact, who have the Budgy Smugglers got behind, who have we talked about a lot during the week, who's had the biggest impact on what their sport is. I know I know there'll be people kicking up a fuss but this is on a global scale. Who's made impact on a global scale, not just in our country, as much as we love them, but I'm looking at big names, who's done a lot, who's consistently done it throughout the year, and that's how I've come across, with a little help from the Smugglers in the comment section. I know we've been getting a lot of feedback. There's a few people looking forward to these end of year rankings. And I'm just going to dive into it. I want your thoughts on every single one, Duels. Thank you to everyone who's been tuning into the Power Rankings on YouTube and getting involved in the chat. We love it. For the first time ever, I do have one honourable mention. That
Interesting. Okay.
I couldn't fit them in. I couldn't put them into the top 10 because they didn't feature once in the top 10 all year. But there were a few people, like I said, Aussie sporting fans, smartest sporting fans there are on our comment section. But a few people on YouTube, on TikTok as well, this came up, that this person doesn't get enough love. I couldn't put them in the top 10 because they never got a mention. But honourable mention goes out in motocross to Jet Lawrence. Motocross world champion. He's been doing it for years. We have spoken about him a little bit, him and his brother. But I'm giving them an honourable mention just for the Smugglers out there that brought it up and put together arguments. They didn't just go, where's Jet Lawrence? They said he did this, he's done that, he needs more love. So I've put in one honourable mention. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's a bit of a cop-out?
I do think that's a bit of a cop-out.
All right, he's 11th then.
Okay, that's... I'm glad that... he doesn't have the letter H in his name because I feel like Jets. I've seen a few. I've come across a few Jets and Jais lately, and there's unnecessary H's.
Oh yeah, we don't like that. No, it's straight up. I'll go through the honourable mentions at the end as well. The people that were debating hard, but I just couldn't find a spot for them. Coming in as the 10th. Highest ranked power rankings is at number 10 for the year. He was in everything, particularly earlier this year. Number 10,
Gout. Number 10.
Number 10.
Wow.
You wait till you see the rest of this list.
Jeez.
You thought he'd be higher?
I thought he'd be higher.
We haven't spoken about him in months, is why he got dinged a little bit. So maybe it's a bit of recency bias. He was... the first half of the year, he was in a lot. We spoke about him a lot.
Interesting. Yeah, look, I would have had him, maybe not top 5, but I would have had him closer to sort of the middle.
Wait till you get to the middle, though. Who does he slot in above these names?
Yeah,
all right. In number 9, should be in comeback of the year as well. I think this is a bit of a legacy choice as well. A good, solid year, but just a legacy, a GOAT.
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Yep.
At number 9, it is
Harold Bishop from Neighbours.
It is Harold Bishop from Neighbours. That episode where he won the backyard. No. At number 9, Sam Kerr.
Oh, yeah, Sam Kerr. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I know, maybe
Oof.
a tough one, but
Ahead of Gout.
Ahead of Gout. I just think she got Chelsea into the finals with that goal. She's back for the Matildas.
The team. Yeah. I was
Not your partner, not the mother of your child. No, I put Sam Kerr at number 9.
Okay.
In the power rankings.
Okay, we're off
above
to a
Gout.
rocky start.
Rocky start. Baby, get your rock climbing gear on. Strap up the Caribbean because things are going to get even rockier. Coming in at number 8. Big year. Very big year. Also had a comeback of the year moment as well. One of the best players, if not the best player in their sport. Had a huge impact, maybe a game-winning impact in the biggest game of the year. I have at number 8 in the power rankings from the Brisbane Lions, Lachie Neale. Because not only did he come back in the grand final and make an impact, a huge impact with was it a calf injury, I believe? He had a calf injury. Does that, then roots his wife's best mate. And I think that's a pretty big power move for Lachie Neale at number 8. It could have been Naz, it could have been Ashcroft, it could have been Rao, but I just thought when it comes to being in the headlines, Lachie Neale is probably the biggest name in football right now.
He's in the headlines, that's for sure.
He pulled the Wayne Carey move and put him in at number 8. Yeah. What do you think about that, Dawes?
I mean, look, if he's certainly got a lot of media attention in and out of season. So, you know, I would say, if anything, his off-season has been bigger than his in-season.
Certainly has. He's had a big off-season, Lachie Neale. So he's come into the power rankings, a late charge.
Yeah, a lot of hardball gets.
Oh, baby, a lot of knee touches. All right, here we go, Jules. In number 7. Almost didn't quite get them into the list, and then last minute, I'm like, how could you leave him off? He was NBA All-Defense. He was NBA Most Improved. It is the Great Barrier Thief, Dyson Daniels, at 7 on the list.
Yep, I think that's. I mean, yeah, I hope that he got some points docked off him for saying Palmy.
Could have been first if he had said Palmer instead of Palmy. That definitely docked him a couple of points. But originally I was like, but when you win a major award, first Aussie to win a major award, also on the all-defensive team, also all over social media and getting the props and recognition he deserves. So I've put him in at number 7. In number 6, tough sport to decide who deserves to go in there. But a lot of good scores. Did great. I think most importantly, they were a Budgy Smugglers favourite, and they goddamn deserve to be in here. In the golf, Steph Kyriakou.
Oh, yeah.
Cracked the top 10. The only player to score 2 holes in one this year. She also had that hole in one assist.
I still don't even know what that means. But
it's a made up term. But most importantly, she got behind the Budgy Smugglers.
Yeah, that is important. It gives you extra points.
Way extra point. Obviously, we had Minjee Lee, was probably our best performer. We had Grace Kim winning a major, but 2 hole-in-ones and get behind the Budgy Smugglers. The male Australian golfers were all trash this year, an embarrassment. The lady golfers dominated all year. But I've got Steph Kyriakou at number 6.
Who's Jeff Kyriakou?
Jeff Kyriakou's twin brother. Who's a rower. At number 5.
Top 5 now. We're
in
serious.
the top 5. This was hard.
Yeah.
This was harder than I thought it was going to be. But at number 5, first Aussie to ever do it. Also, if this was music power rankings, it'd also be in the top 5.
Ooh.
From the Philadelphia Eagles, Australia's first Super Bowl champion.
It was going to be Brett Lee.
wasn't even a kicker, Dulls. This is a proper Aussie that's in there doing the real stuff. Jordan Mailata.
Huge.
Big name in that sport. Wins a Super Bowl. sings like an angel. I think Jordan Mailata deserved to just nick into the top 5 of the power ranking.
I mean, everyone says that he's one of Australia's highest earners.
That is true.
Yeah, I would say this is probably more important for him.
Yes.
Getting in the top 5 here of the annual power rankings for the Budgy Smugglers.
What's money matter when you're in the top 5 of the Budgy Smugglers top 10 power rankings? So Jordan Mailata in 5th. In 4th, this was tough. Could they have gone higher? I don't know. On some of all their parts, it's been a huge, because this really ramped up early 2025. But in number 4, Josh Giddey.
Oh, number 4.
Couldn't crack the top 3 for Josh Giddey.
Wow.
Which is tough because he's led our power rankings maybe more than most.
Yeah. We have a dedicated segment.
He's the only Aussie athlete with a dedicated segment on the show.
Wow.
He's
got beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair. He's got a little bit of scruffy stuff now. He's
good nickname.
Great nickname. The Slob Wizard. On taking in all the facets, not just perform, but he didn't win. If he got an All-Star nomination, for example, if he won a championship, he just had a great season, elevated himself, elevated his team. But I just felt the next 3 duels, you can't. How can we knock him out? Woo, it's getting tight. Number 3 should be number 1, but was robbed. At number 3, I have our 2026 F1 World Champion Oscar Piastri in 3rd place.
Whoa, at 3rd. Wow.
I know.
At least he's getting in the top 3 here. That's huge for him.
Yeah. 3rd in the F1 Championship. It's probably going to hurt him a lot more that he came 3rd in the Budgy Smugglers Power Rankings.
Obviously.
That hurts. But if he had got it done, he'd be a surefire number 1. But yeah, had to put him at 3rd.
Wow. I'm very curious who the top 2 is.
Who the top 2 is?
Can you just recap who we've had so far?
We have had honourable mention Jet Lawrence at 10, Gout. At 9, Sam Kerr. At 8, Lockie Neal. At 7, the Great Barrier Thief Dyson Daniels. At 6, Steph Kyriakou. At 5, Jordan Mailata. At 4, Josh Giddey. At 3, Oscar Piastri. At number 2.
Whoa, because there's 3 athletes in the top of my mind right now. I'm like, there's only 2 spots, but he's got 3 who could be.
I'm wondering who your 3rd one is.
Okay, let's go.
Have I forgotten someone? At number 2, he won earlier in the episode our Comeback of the Year award. Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
Okay, that was one of my...
Our only world champion at the moment, I think in most sports, to be honest with you, but UFC, he's a big name, he's a big draw. He is a GOAT, much like the Sam Kerr rule. Obviously, we're talking about 2025, but I think what happens before then
the story
does help grow behind it. It's not just this year. There's a little bit, it's like the All-Australian team when... sort of, you always have to go one extra year to get in the All-Australian team. You know what I mean? You need to back it up, and that's why he's so high. Contrary to everything I just said, in number 1.
Jesus. Yep, okay.
In number 1, I don't know why you're surprised, because they are absolutely, along with probably Steph Kyriakou and Oscar Piastri and Josh Giddey, a Budgy Smugglers favourite. We were the first person to get behind them. We have been backing them in since day 1. Guzman Y. Gomez have backed them in. It's our girl, world champ, Guacamole Picklum, number 1 in the Aussie Athlete Power Rankings for the year.
Much
her first ever world championship. She didn't come out of nowhere, but she was just there. She was consistent. And then she came up clutch at the end of the year when she needed to and won a few of the events. We followed it all the way through. We didn't miss one. Guacamole Picklum, world champion, her first one, first of many. I think is a very, very deserving Aussie athlete. Number 1 power rankings for the Budgy Smugglers. What do you think, Dools?
Yep, absolutely. Much deserved. We love Guacamole Picklum. Big fans of her on the Budgy Smuggler podcast. All of the smugglers who listen or watch, for those who do, also big fans of Guacamole Picklum and Guzman and Gomez. You've got an opportunity here.
Oh, of a lifetime.
Get around her.
I know, it's crazy that they're not. You said you had 3 on. Who did you think I left out?
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I know.
She's been in the top 10 every week.
I know she has, but I looked through. I did. She's literally, if you look at my honorable mention, she's number 1.
Okay.
The reason it wasn't her best year. She's not the champ at the moment. She didn't win a Royal Rumble. She lost at WrestleMania. I think Tony Storm had a very good year. I think Kyle Fletcher and Bronson Reed all had a good vying. And then at the end, I just left out Rhea Ripley based on this year. So she does have an advantage in that she's on TV every week.
Every week, yeah.
So she was stiff. The other stiff, everyone else that was stiff, not in any particular order: Jack Della Maddalena, Shane Van Gisbergen, Matt Rao, Alex DeManure, Mitchell Stark, Minjee Lee, Ethan Ewing, Jess Fox, James Tedesco, Nazaya Wangani Malera, Grace Kim, Indra Brown, and Jess Hull. I had.
Yep, very nice. Lockie Neal, also quite stiff.
Yay. That's it. The first ever annual power rankings. I think I fucking nailed it.
I think you did pretty well there. That was good. That was well done. That was, I mean, Guacamole, much deserved power rankings annual winner.
Yeah. All right. There we go. That's it. That's our last episode of the year, I think, Dools.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. What do you got on for the next week?
Oh, not bloody much. I think you're going up to the coast for New Year's.
Yep. What coast are you going to?
The Jan Juc coast.
Hey.
Yeah.
There you
so
go.
I'll be up there in a couple of days, maybe having a hit of golf and go for a paddle. So what about you?
I'll also be down the coast, a bit further around, back in Aries Inlet. So I'll be there from probably tonight or tomorrow.
Beautiful. Sounds good.
So it should be good. Then driving up to Thirroul on the 1st or 2nd.
Daru, baby.
Yeah, that's it. Jarul. So that'll be good. But yeah, no gigs, just sort of chilling out, laying low. Big thank you to everyone who has gotten around us this year for the Budgy Smugglers.
Really appreciate it.
It's been great, whether you're following us, leaving comments, hating us, we love you regardless.
Absolutely.
Even if you are a moron who doesn't understand great sports and great humor, we still love you. Even you, Americans.
And English.
Yep. Do you remember the guy who wore his whole thing was to be a bandana?
Yeah, bandana man.
Oh.
As I was reading these out, I was like, I should have had shittest person of the year.
Yeah.
Bandana man would have been in there. Biggest loser of the year.
Yeah, there would have been a few in the comment section who could have got there. But
no, we've loved every set. We loved even you, bandana man.
Yes, we do. In particular, thank you so much. We will see you next time for the Budgy Smugglers podcast.
Bye.
See ya.